Okay, this is the intro for the podcast.
Let's fucking go.
New Jersey, wake the fuck up.
Doxed. Welcome back to the Silver Screen Fiends podcast. I am your host, Sam, and with me, as always, is Blake and Joe. We're going to talk about cinema and how much it sucks.
Facts.
Happy New Year to everyone, because this is the first episode of New Year.
More like Happy Poo Year.
And you're gonna notice some changes. Number one, Joe, look at that nice facial hair.
Number one, Joe, you're off the show.
You're fucking canceled.
Cut his mic.
You're looking good, dude. You are looking good, though. I gotta
Oh my
say.
God, stop.
Look at you with your Alara hat, living your best. You're living your best fucking life right now.
Hey, baby.
Number two, we have a new addition to the show. We have a lobster that Blake got me. His name is Joe too, aka Beans. What else is new? Blake has a new little puppy who's going to be the mascot of the show.
I'll get him later so we can all look at him. So he can bite my microphone.
Yeah. Other than that, 4 more years of Trump, baby. Let's do this.
Yes, dude. Yes, he's honestly a good guy, dude. He's a good guy. He really is.
Oh God. Okay. Well, before I just get off in a tiff right now, let's just talk film. But we'll do a little bit of housekeeping. So, what have you boys been doing recently? What have you watched recently? What have you all been doing?
Other than having a mental breakdown every day of my life,
Fair.
I just watched WandaVision, the TV show.
Oh, I did too. Yeah,
me too.
It was pretty good. It was very weird.
It was interesting. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes because it really made no sense to me at all. But I don't know. It was spooky. I also watched the documentary series The Night Stalker.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, it is pretty good and legitimately so fucked up. Like that guy Richard Ramirez is was a fucking psychopath. Like
That guy Richard Ramirez, I'm starting to think wasn't so great of a guy.
Not good.
Dude, honestly,
I'm 2 episodes in. I'm starting to think he's not that good of a guy.
Yeah, dude, it's good though. It was pretty scary. I did have a nightmare. I won't lie.
Ah, shit. I'm sorry, Joe.
I know. I don't know. Other than that, I haven't watched much. I watched Soul a few weeks back, and that was amazing. But we can get in more into the movies from the past year. But yeah, that's just a few little thingies.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Blake? What have you been up to?
I also watched WandaVision. I've been watching The Stand on CBS, which I started out, I watched the first episode and did not like it. And then I was like, you know what? I have nothing else to watch. I'm just going to keep watching it. And it's been pretty good.
So it grew on you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what it is? I love the book, obviously. And it's very different from the book. And just like everything, it's like once you kind of get past that it's not the book, it's good. But if I'm sitting there just comparing every single aspect of it to the book, it's not very enjoyable. But I'm trying to watch it objectively.
Yeah, I feel like someone in your position that might be a little bit more difficult. So
yeah, so I had to check out of what I knew from the book.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's why I don't.
I also watched the Michael Jordan documentary.
Yo, I just watched that.
Oh
Yeah,
wait, where is that?
It's on Netflix now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was great.
It's so good and basically because the whole show is filmed in they filmed from during the 80s and stuff so almost the whole documentary is shot on film.
Oh nice. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. Fuck.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's long as hell, but it's
cool.
worth it.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts, dude. I didn't even know half of that shit happened.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also I recently watched I watched Invisible Man again. I watched Prince of Darkness recently. And I watched what else did I watch? Oh, Revenge of the Sith again. I've been doing a lot of rewatching, which is what I usually do anyway. So
yeah,
a lot of movies I've already seen.
Yeah, the good stuff deserves it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Quality.
I feel like lately it's been like really hard for me to like watch stuff and like sit down and watch stuff. I don't know why, but like I jumped into like a few TV shows here and there lately. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm like so like annoyed the fact that like everything I wanted to watch this year is not coming out for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake and I very briefly discussed that before we start recording.
Yeah, not to go onto a tangent, but we can talk about it later. But it's just like so frustrating. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, because it's like nothing right now. Like, there's nothing I'm excited to watch.
Yeah,
I'll find something and it'll be good, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that was cool. I'm glad I watched that, but like, I have no anticipation for anything, which is like a big part of what gets me hyped for a movie is like spending months and months like leading up to it.
Yeah.
So right now, like, I'll find a good movie or something on a streaming service, but like, I'll just watch it, think it was pretty good, and then kind of like forget about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how I feel. Yeah, it's so much good shit was slated to come out, but guess we gotta be patient.
Yeah,
trash.
Fuck.
Sam, what did you watch lately?
I've only watched a few things this year so far. One of them was Invisible Man, which we will get into. Rewatched Superbad because one of my all-time favorite modern comedies. I watched my father for 6 months straight has been telling me about this movie called Jungle with Daniel Radcliffe.
Okay.
He was like, you absolutely need to watch this. It finally came on Prime for free. And it was really cool. He plays this this kid who basically, instead of opting to go to university, he goes away from home for a year and he wants to go explore the world and travel and get in touch with himself. So, you know, all that Grateful Dead shit. And then he like brings along a friend who brings along a friend. And then he finds out about this place where you can have like a spiritual awakening and has like this Indian tribe. And so they like go hiking and then he gets lost. He goes down like rapids and he's basically surviving. And it was actually a real story, which was interesting because at the end they show like where the people really were in life. So that was pretty cool. And then I watched for the other day, it was Cary Grant's birthday. So I was like, all right, I'm going to watch a Cary Grant movie. But I found one that like didn't even really have him in it for more than 5 minutes. And it was a movie called Merrily We Go to Hell. And it was a movie that, like, I knew I would like because it was in, like, 1932. And it was when the Hays Code was first implemented, but they didn't start strictly enforcing it until 1934. So they still have staples from that period, like the pre-code era, where you have the dark eyeliner and there's all the risque language. And it was pretty interesting. It was a sad fucking movie, but involved a lot of drinking, so that was cash money. And I really haven't watched many movies so far this year. I did watch WandaVision, which again, as somebody who like sort of cares about Marvel, I thought it was pretty interesting. They fucking nailed the Dick Van Dyke homage in the first episode. It was really cool. I remember watching it and like, this is literally like a Dick Van Dyke episode. And then I read up on it after, and they said it was supposed to be like Dick Van Dyke. So I'm interested to see where they go with it. I think it's one of those things. I took a plunge and I ended up liking it. So we'll see where it goes.
I think the like each episode, it's like it's fun. It's a fun time, but like the ending is like where it catches you each time. So far, at least with those first 2 episodes, they were like they do a good job of like wanting. Like you want to see what is going to happen next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're building up to something, and that's cool. So
yeah, it's cool that Marvel's kind of stepping outside their normal thing, because I feel like one of the biggest criticisms of Marvel movies is like that they're pretty much
it's like this. Movies. It's like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and this is like just something totally out there. So that is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm interested. I said fuck it and bought a year Disney Plus, so I'm sure it'll give me my money's worth, right? Like either that
I just
yeah.
Not to cut you off, I just signed up for HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, there's good movies on there.
Yeah.
I watched the new episode that they made for that show Euphoria.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was pretty good. It was like a one-off episode, and they're coming out with like the second part of it. Like it's not for the second season. It's just like 2 episodes they wanted to make in between the second season. But it was pretty good. That show is like pretty intense, and it's like usually pretty fast paced. But the whole episode basically just takes place in like this diner. The episode kind of like reminded me of like kind of like Moonlight vibes, like in the restaurant. But
oh, okay. Yeah, you've been telling me about that show for a while. I got to get on that.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, but it reminds me kind of that show Skins from the UK.
Oh yeah.
That was like really popular. At least when I was a teenager, but it was cool. I've been like trying to watch more like TV since like during quarantine.
Yeah.
Like, at least the beginning portion of quarantine, I was like going through like a lot of movies. And,
I have that sort of transition going on too. Because
I was like, it was like a lot. I think I made a list on Letterboxd. It had to be like maybe 90 something movies I watched in those first 2 months of quarantine.
Yeah. What else were you gonna do, right?
Exactly. Like I just sat.
It was a good time to do it. Yeah, it's funny. Like in the beginning of quarantine, I was like, "Oh yeah, movies," and then I'm like, "I'm gonna like get back into anime." So then I watched like 10 fucking shows in a row, and then I kind of like went back to movies, and then I tried live action stuff. So I'm in the same boat as you. I'm trying to like watch shows. I just finished this one called Brockmire that stars Hank Azaria.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's really good. I always tend to gravitate towards shows about sports, even though I don't really care much for sports, because they always end up being entertaining to me anyway. It's like, something about the atmosphere that I like.
That's like that Last Dance documentary that Blake brought up. Like I followed hockey growing up, and then I fell off, but like I was always interested in the Bulls. I was interested in Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman. Like those people they're bigger than the sport.
Oh yeah.
But so it was interesting to watch that unfold because I didn't know any of that stuff happened. So I'm just like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be a sports or basketball fan at all to enjoy that documentary. It was so interesting. And like Michael Jordan at this point is more cultural icon than athlete. So like you don't even really need much like backstory.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's true, and it's figures being larger than life. Like you don't need to care about shit when it comes to basketball, and you're like, oh yeah, Michael Jordan, like he's awesome.
Yeah, the GOAT. Yeah, so we will just plunge into what will probably consist of a few good movies, and then the rest is just gonna be shit. So
other things
we're gonna kind of, I guess we'll take this opportunity to treat this as sort of like a, I don't know, wrap up show, even though like fuck 2020, but
yeah,
we'll talk about the movies we actually liked from last year. So I guess I'll start, and I'll just say this unironically, I liked the Sonic movie.
So did I.
I thought honestly, and I know that when you say it was probably one of the best video game movies I've seen in a while, it's already setting the bar low. But it to me, it did just enough to appease the old fans while introducing a new audience. And plus, I mean, let's not deny this: Jim Carrey was the whole movie.
Yeah,
like Jim Carrey as Jim Carrey is pretty much what sold the Sonic movie.
For sure.
But I thought it was fun. Like, obviously, some of the humor is going to be fucking stupid and targeted at young people, like Sonic flossing. But
yeah, honestly, dude, that shit was lit.
Yeah, no, it was funny, and it was one of the last movies I think I saw in theaters.
That was I think that or Onward was the last movies I saw in theaters.
Shit, I don't even remember what the last one is. Oh, you know what? Birds of Prey, I think it was the last one I saw in theaters.
cinema.
Yeah, I wonder. Actually, it was either Sonic or the My Hero Academia movie. I can't remember.
Oh, that's cool.
That was good too. But I'm trying to think of one or the other. But yeah, Sonic. Honestly, not bad. It was.
Yeah,
it was good.
you know what it is? Like I can't think of another way they could have done a Sonic movie that would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I don't know what other approach they could have taken because
Exactly, and I feel like if they were gonna, part of my fear was that they were gonna probably introduce Tails in the movie.
Yeah,
I thought that would have introduced too much of an annoying element because you already had the two main characters, and to introduce Tails, like obviously Tails is a whiny bitch, so like
yeah.
you don't really, but like I kind of like how they teased him at the end and they're alluding to a sequel, but I think
they are doing a sequel.
they are doing a sequel.
yeah, because I remember hearing that Knuckles was going to be in the sequel too.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I think definitely that movie at least did a good job at what it was trying to do.
It's crazy too, like how they had the whole thing with the redesigning the character and everything. And I would say it actually did pay off. Like when they were doing it, I was like, I don't know, like, is it worth it for them to do this? But I would say it was.
Yeah, and I had heard things about that because I know that when they were developing the movie, that apparently that was supposed to be the original design, and then they redesigned him, and that ended up being the ugly one, and then they went back to the other design. And the only thing, although it paid off and it was a positive change, the only thing that scares me about that is how much the influence of people in social media had on a studio like that.
It's crazy.
I think it's cool, but also it's a little terrifying if you think about it.
It sets a bad precedent for sure. Like it worked out in this case, but it sets a bad precedent for the future.
Right, because every little change we don't like, we're just going to hop on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I think also with this one, like the Sonic fan base is not like other fan bases, so I don't know if there would be another case with as strong of like an opinion on it.
Yeah,
like Sonic fans that's like a hardcore fan base.
Yeah. Oh, sure, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's absolutely true, and I just wonder how that really is going to change the landscape of things. But yeah, overall, Sonic, good.
Only time will tell.
I liked it.
I think I saw it on Valentine's Day.
Oh, without me?
In IMAX.
Fuck. I saw it with Brian, actually. He was my date.
Sick invite.
Yeah, no problem. We hate you.
Comedy.
We also. Oh yeah, that's right. We also watched the Fathom did like what was it, 40th anniversary of the Muppet movie, and we went to that. That was cool.
Wow, even sicker of an invite.
Plus the show.
Yeah, that's big news.
Soon, yeah.
That's because I know that for a while the streaming rights were being.
Yeah, it's been like impossible.
Yeah, they were having trouble with that. Yeah,
I'm so hyped.
It's a big deal. I actually just to. Obviously, we always go off track, but my friend showed me a Jim Henson documentary done by the guy who does the Defunct Land series.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's long. It's split up into multiple episodes, but if you guys have time, it is a very well constructed love letter to Jim Henson. And I didn't know 3/4 of the shit that they were talking about, and it was really interesting seeing all this work. It's just on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Jim Henson was a pretty interesting guy. I read his biography a while ago when I was like heavy into the Muppets and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like it's crazy how like his impact on like just puppets in general and like how we understand and like use puppets in film and things like that is so massive. And I don't think people even like realize that he basically like invented puppets in movies for the most part.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like obviously there's plenty of older movies that use like puppetry in some way, but he like kind of broke through to make it more mainstream.
Yeah. He was involved with every major puppet related piece of content.
Star Wars, like everything.
Sesame Street.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that. he created the original designs for like Big
Yeah.
Bird and Ernie and Oscar. I didn't fucking know that. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, so if you guys it's couple hours total, but it's worth it.
Nah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, fuck you.
Did you say it's on YouTube?
Yeah, you can find it all on YouTube.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, so if anyone else wants to try
Cinema
for the movie.
Anal.
All right, so this has been the Silver Screen.
Poo poo pee pee.
Poo poo BB.
I don't know. Let's see. I have a list from Letterboxd. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Before, Sam, do you want to talk about Invisible Man?
Oh, yes.
Did you just watch it for the first time, or was that?
Yes. So when I watched it, it was for the first time, and it was one of those things where it came out, then pandemic happened. I was like, motherfucker, and then it came to where'd I watch it? Like HBO Max or something, and I remember, I gotta watch it, and then I put it off for some reason, and then I finally sat down. I remember I told my dad about it because he's a big fan of, well, first of all, horror in general, but he's also just a big fan of the classic horror. And I said, it's basically like a reboot of The Invisible Man. And he said, oh, okay, cool. And we'll check it out. So that was fucking wow. I mean, I was going into it expecting I didn't think I was going to hate it. But when you already kind of have the expectation that, I want it to kind of hit the same notes as the original, and you know it's not going to, but at the same time, I mean, just for like the first half of the movie, perfect way to kind of build that anxiety and tension. You're wondering, how is this gonna happen? And then the little things happen, and how he turns her against everyone turns against her, and then she's crazy, she's labeled as psycho. And then everything about it was really unique, and they brought it into a modern period where I think it succeeded, especially the halfway point, that dinner scene that I don't know. Should we get into spoilers here? Because I feel like it's
been out for a while, so
all right. So here's your fucking spoiler alert. The halfway point where she's out to dinner with Emily, and you see the knife just float, and then just slits her throat. I literally, and this is the first time this has happened in a long time in a movie for me. I literally was just like, oh. I was like, no. It's like, I was like, there's no way you're talking your way out of that. And sure enough, she gets locked in the loony bin. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck is this gonna rectify itself? And then you find out like the brother's in on it a little bit, and there's more layers than you think. And I think the way they handled everything, it was logical. See, the one thing I was afraid of is that they were gonna chalk up the events of him becoming invisible to something stupid and supernatural, but they kept it realistic. I mean, when I say realistic, I mean obviously that technology is not here yet, but God, I just my heart fluttered when I said yet. But when you think about it, you could see a madman billionaire expert in his field being able to put together a suit like that. And the one gripe I have is, really, in the rain, the suit doesn't just completely fucking bust. Like, what? But okay, fine, I forgive that. But I think it made sense. Everything was explainable, and that's really important to me when you're doing a movie like this. I don't really care much these days for the supernatural unless it's done in like a fantastical way. You know, and I think that this hit a good solid ground, and there was so many moments of anxiety, and I think it also was sort of mimicking just paranoia and schizophrenia in general. I mean, I don't want to try to like inject personal politics into it, but I think that it was an interesting commentary on how people deal with anxiety and stress and paranoia.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I really loved that, because to me, the formula for a really good modern horror movie is not necessarily the kill count, but it's how relatable it could be.
For sure.
And that's why I like movies like that. And even Get Out, because in Get Out, I mean, take away the whole clinking on the mug and the whole weird out of body experience. You got yourself a pretty grounded, realistic commentary about racism and anxiety and dealing with societal norms.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it works. And yeah, with Invisible Man, there wasn't much I disliked about it. I think it hit pretty much every note very well for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's very impressed with
and
it.
It's kind of funny how like we're talking about how like horror movies deal with like social things and like issues and stuff like that, and that's such a like classic horror thing to do that I feel like the genre kind of like lost over the years, and it's definitely coming back. So it's funny that it happens to be like that one of the movies doing that is a remake of a classic monster movie, basically.
Yeah.
And like, because that's what it always was. Frankenstein, Dracula, it always was like products of the times pretty much. And now these new movies are too. And it's interesting to see something like The Invisible Man, like reworked to make sense today and also talk about things going on today.
Yeah, it worked very well for me, and I definitely want to rewatch it soon. And I know that they kind of use this as a sort of backdoor movie to reboot the rest of the Universal movies. And so, I mean, that would be interesting to see what else they would do.
Yeah, I would love for them to keep doing it like this and like not necessarily go for the whole like universe thing, but just like keep remaking these movies, put it in the hands of like an experienced horror director like they did with Invisible Man, and just let them like do their version of it and release it as like a series, but not necessarily like connected. Like it's got to be like a shared universe, because I'm kind of over that.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I like what's her name, Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss, yes,
she's great, and she was in this other movie called Shirley that came out last year, that I was a really big fan of. I think it's based on a true story, like on some writer, but it was pretty intense, and she's just like a great actress all around. I hope she keeps getting like bigger roles.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I fell in love with her when I first watched Mad Men.
Yeah, she's great.
I was like, oh my god, this Peggy girl right here. You know, I had my Canadian Club in one hand and my cigar on the other. I was like, yeah, this Peggy bitch right here. Yeah, she's great. The whole movie was great. I loved it.
I loved it, baby. Show me more, baby.
No, Joey, you show me more. You give me a movie, baby.
I don't know. 2 movies that stood out to me. Well, like I had a few from the year, but I would say my favorites were probably Sound of Metal and Soul and Da 5 Bloods. Those were probably my top 3. And then Tenet and Never Really, Sometimes Always, which was this independent film that came out like earlier in the year. But like, not to go on tangents and stuff, but I would say like Sound of Metal and Soul. Sound of Metal and Soul will definitely be probably my favorites from last year. And I didn't, there was a bunch that I didn't get to see and was upset that I didn't get to see. I know that Nomad Land that's coming out with Frances McDormand, I was really excited for. That's coming out I think next month. And I forget what else, but that's like a main one that I really wanted to see. But Sound of Metal is like honestly blew me away. And it's about this like, I think the actor's name is Rez Ahmed.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's so good.
On HBO called The Night Of, and it was incredible. And like his performance was so good.
My friend let me borrow that actually. I was going to watch that soon.
Yeah, it's good. It's like a mini series, not really like a show.
But yeah, it's intense. Like it's just about this drummer who like basically loses his hearing from playing shows, and he has to deal with that. And it's a pretty intense performance. Pretty intense movie overall. I know he's like getting a lot of like Oscar buzz, and like he won a few awards already for it. So I really hope they recognize it. It'd be really cool if he actually got to win Best Actor. I could see it happening this year at least.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, and like Soul was amazing. It was another amazing Pixar film, and it hits all the notes, like the emotional notes, and amazing soundtrack score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, which is like their first like kids movie, like that score that they've ever done. It was amazing, and it was like one of those movies that just makes you like rethink everything, and you're like, oh, what am I doing with my life? Like, you're just
most movies make me do that.
Yeah,
like, no matter what they're about.
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing with my life?
And like, Human Centipede. I'm like, why am I not a crazy German scientist ripping people up? Fuck.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. I like super like step back from like watching movies over the last like few months.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like super down the fact that like all the shit that I was really excited for wasn't coming out, and it just like doesn't feel the same. Like,
yeah.
So hopefully, like once this shit slows down over the next few months, hopefully from the vaccine, like we can actually like go back to normal. Like all I want to do, and like I work at a friggin' movie theater. It's like I still barely go to the movie. Like I went twice. I saw Tenet and I saw the Akira 4K remaster.
Oh, I want to see that.
And like that was insane. But like I was the only one in the theater. Like
it sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it fucking sucks.
It fucking sucks. That's all you can say. But I think we're on the right track. You know, vaccines rolling out, and hopefully we can all take this shit more seriously. Yeah. I think you know, maybe even as soon as fall. But who knows?
I honestly, I think so. I think
who knows?
Once we hit, like, I think it's going to be like basically like, maybe like closer to like March. It'll be like more closer back to normal. Like, because dude, like the summertime didn't even feel like there was anything going on.
Yeah.
Like the pandemic didn't even feel like it was like happening basically. So hopefully closer to springtime, like summertime, it'll be more back to normal.
Hell yeah, dude. That's all I want. I just want to kiss my homies in the theater.
Dude, straight up. Like, what the fuck?
I just want to see Dune.
Yeah, honestly, Dune. Oh my god. Yeah.
I want to fucking see Dune.
I really want to see Dune, too.
They're like, cool, we're going to push it even longer. And I'm like, literally, what's going on? Like, you
I loved your face. You were just, what's going on?
Like, the movie's done. The movie's been done. Like, just release it. Like, it's gonna bomb either way. Like,
I know that's what's so funny to me. Like, dude, I don't know if they were under the impression that like the Dune fan base is like this young, like big.
This movie was bombing either way. Yeah, it didn't matter.
I mean, I love the director, but all of his like Blade Runner bombed too. Like, I don't know why you didn't think this was gonna just watch it, please. I love Dune.
Yeah, the problem is a lot of these studios, and not just movies, but the gaming industry, I noticed too, they still want to put stock in traditional marketing methods, giving it enough time between trailer and release to have enough promotions going on. It's like, dude, we're in a fucking pandemic. Like, we don't need to.
All bets are off.
Tell us about it, get us a little bit hype, and then just drop it.
And the thing that worries me about Dune is obviously I don't know what the structure of the movie is, but like the book is very split into two halves. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they're doing the whole book as one movie or if they're planning on doing it as two movies. And if they're planning on doing it as two movies, I'm very nervous that I'm never going to get to see the second one. Because I don't think it's going to make the money that they want it to. And like, I could understand if they make the one and like don't make like the next couple of books, because there's like 6 Dune books at least by the original writer, and
dude, it's like
took over. But like, I hope that they didn't split the first book into 2 movies, because I highly doubt it's going to make enough money.
I don't know. Yeah, that's too much of a risky oversight. I don't think they would do that.
I hope not, because I really would just like to see the complete story. Which also, I finally watched David Lynch's Dune recently.
Oh, really?
Oh, did you?
And I actually liked it a lot.
Oh, did you?
I mean, like, it's a very cheesy 80s sci-fi movie.
Yes.
And as that, it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, I kind of knew. Like, I went into it with such low expectations because everybody says it's, like, unwatchable.
Even Lynch.
And I was like, that was kind
Yeah.
of fun. Like, I enjoyed it.
Also, shout out, it's the big man's 75th birthday today.
Yeah.
King.
I celebrated by watching his weather report.
Wow.
I love those, by the way. Do you guys watch those at all?
Where does he do? Where does he?
He just
do
does it on his YouTube channel.
That's amazing.
It's so great. He always just like he's just always pressed up against his computer screen. He's like, "Good morning. It's 8:05. Clear skies in LA. Big day." He's so fucking great. I love it.
Yeah.
He can literally he could make an hour-long short film of just filming a piece of shit in a toilet, and I would love it. Like he's just
Dude, I would literally fight for a Criterion release.
I would fight for a Criterion release of the short film he did with the ants crawling on the piece of cheese. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Wish he would make another movie.
I would.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That would be great.
Do you think he ever will again?
I don't know.
I think he's probably.
I would say if anything, he'll just keep doing more Twin Peaks because that's been working out.
Yeah,
great.
I think he probably. What's gonna happen is he's probably gonna have like one more big passion project in him, but it's not gonna be a big studio blockbuster. It'll be like somewhere in between indie and big budget.
He had this one concept. I think it's called like Ronnie Rocket or something that he's been like wanting to make since he made like Eraserhead. So,
wow.
Like, I hope that someday he makes that just because I'd like to see another movie from him.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be
now,
great.
like, nobody's going to not give him money to make a movie. So,
exactly.
I hope that one day he'll actually make Ronnie Rocket.
Yeah, I think at this point, it'd be upsetting if he stopped, but I think, like, we got that good work out of him. So
it's been so long, too. So it's like, at this point, there's not even, like, a hint of him doing anything.
I want to say it's been, like, 30 years. What was his last movie? Inland Empire, I think.
If you can even count this, didn't he do some like documentary about his life?
Last full length was Inland Empire, which was 2006.
Yeah,
so it's been a long time.
And then like in 2010, 2011, 2012, it was he did like some documentary thing. But no, it's been a while. We need Daddy
Lynch,
Daddy David. But Joe, you brought up The Five Bloods, which I did actually watch.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I loved it because going into it, I know the Spike Lee formula by now.
Oh yeah.
And I would say he always manages to change it up in each movie he does. He always has the same message, about racism and whatever, but it works really well in all of his movies. Like, so it's like different from Do the Right Thing to Crooklyn or something to Bamboozle. So when I was watching The Five Bloods, obviously you can see where the tension lies, but it's a little bit more deep than that. It was more about friendship. And I really enjoyed it. And I mean, any excuse to see Delroy Lindo, because I love Delroy Lindo. But everyone else did a fantastic job. And even the French guy played by John Reno, who I like. But you could tell he's like the overarching white supremacist of the movie. He's like a Frenchman. And the greatest part was like towards the end, when he puts on the Make America Great Again hat. I was like, you know what? For anyone else, this would have been too on the nose, but I think like it worked really well in that movie. Because he was the example of just like greedy and corporate and shady as fuck. You knew he was gonna try to betray them. Like I wasn't even shocked about that, but I think overall, really good movie. I don't know what plans he has in the future, but really solid.
I gotta watch the David Byrne thing, American Utopia, that he directed, the live stage like Broadway show that he put on like last or 2 years ago. Spike Lee directed it, and they put it on HBO a while back, like a few months back. I really want to watch it. Other than that, though, it's movies are bad, so it doesn't really matter.
See, Spike Lee for me is like one of the last like big like mountains I still have to climb as like a movie fan. I have only seen like 2 of his movies, And like I feel like of that era of directors, he's the last one that I still need to like dive deep into all of his movies because I haven't seen a lot of them and I want to. I don't know why I just like never. I think because they're not a lot of them have been on streaming or like I've been able to find all of them. But
no, they're not. And
like,
as a matter of fact, it's only been as of recent that Kino Lorber got the rights and distributed a bunch of them, like Crooklyn, Summer of Sam. Which Summer of Sam might next to Do the Right Thing is probably my favorite Spike Lee movie.
Yeah,
Summer of Sam's a
Do the
great
Right
fucking
Thing,
movie.
and I loved it.
Do the Right Thing's amazing.
Yeah, but I would also recommend Crooklyn. But he does, I think it's important, like what's going on with all these boutique Blu-ray labels, because a lot of these movies you couldn't find anywhere. Like you would have to pray that one day it would appear on a service that you could rent or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely climb that hill, dog.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm dying to see Black Klansman too. I still haven't seen it.
Dude, it's
I
so
still
good.
have not seen that either. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Adam Driver kills it, and so does John David Washington.
Yeah, which also
Good
speaking
people.
of which, I watched Tenet also.
I still
What'd
have
you
not
think?
seen Tenet.
I actually liked it a lot. I thought I was not going to, just because I felt like the hype was so big for it that I was like, there's no way I'm going to like this as much as everybody else did. And I ended up really liking it.
Okay.
And I'm dying to rewatch it too. I feel like I'm going to enjoy it more a second time.
Yeah, it was it's a lot. Like it's very confusing and like
I would say it's Nolan's most Nolan movie. Like this is everything that is a Christopher Nolan movie is in Tenet.
For sure.
It looks like
I agree.
that.
Yeah. Overall pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll watch it at some point. Yeah.
Just watch it, you pig fuck.
Just
You pig fuck.
I'm the problem.
Take your clothes off.
Fuck yeah.
On cam.
Let's just do this. Let's just fucking do this, dude.
Dude, I'm calling Ming Chen.
What the fuck?
Yeah, also for 2020 movies, I don't know if either of you guys watched it, but my number one was Possessor.
I actually
I haven't.
I bought it, but I didn't get to watch it.
Really awesome. It's David Cronenberg's son directed it, and I think it's his first movie or like one of his first movies, and it was just really, really cool. Like the concept is awesome. The cinematography was amazing. As like a debut film, it was like I can't wait to see whatever he does next.
Yeah,
and that was probably my favorite of 2020.
Okay.
And, more people should definitely watch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out this week because I put it off for so long. And as soon as it came out, I downloaded it with the intent to watch it. But I don't know. Life happens, you know?
Life just kind of gets in the way. Wasn't there an old Possessor? It has nothing to do with that, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, yeah, it's its own thing. It's kind of like it's honestly not even really a horror movie. It's more like a sci-fi movie. Like horror elements. It's like it's weird. It's definitely like a genre bending kind of movie.
Okay, come on, baby.
You selling this? All right.
Okay, cinema.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's talk about what should we fucking talk? You know what I mean? Like there's so many great movies came out in 2020. Let's not lie. All right, I'm throwing this out there. I like Bill and Ted Face the Music.
It was fun.
I didn't see
it. Was fun. Fun is a good word. It's the whole series has always been dumb and fun, and the new one was dumb and fun. So by that standard, it won for me.
Yeah, it was a good time, and Kid Cudi was really funny in it.
Yeah, that was a good inclusion, and I love what was his name? William Sadler's death coming back was a great job. I fucking love that. But yeah, overall, I'd say now we can kill that. We can kill that series now.
Yeah, it was like at a certain point, you're just like, oh my, like honestly, I was like, okay, like it was funny. There are definitely mad cringe moments.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just like, ooh. It's just like a few moments you're like, ooh. Like, like it's just like, oh, you don't have to be that cringe with it. Like, I don't know. It was good, but it's probably not something that I could definitely rewatch that many times.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was nice to just see it happen.
Yeah, because it's been like so long.
Yeah,
I kind of felt the same way about Borat too.
Yeah, so
it was good. I enjoyed it, but like I don't really need another one. Like I think
well, yeah, that's how I felt when it got announced. I was excited because Sacha Baron Cohen's a fucking genius, and especially in today's climate, I knew he was going to do a good job. But I was just like, I mean, I don't need this. But it was
honestly shocked me that people didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah, no, I know it was crazy.
Borat.
Yeah, I feel like it got so big.
Like I was so surprised all of the like man on the street type of scenes. I was like, do these people not know? Like it's Borat.
It's fucking Borat. Yeah, no, I agree. Like I don't even know how that's a thing, but yeah, I think it was good comfort food for a year that needed it.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely agree.
It was good. I mean, the Giuliani scene obviously is just ridiculous. Like I don't know how anyone talks their way out of that one. But it was crazy. And the woman that he got to play his daughter in the movie was fucking hysterical too.
Yeah, she was really funny.
I love when she comes back from the bathroom at like that feminist rally or whatever it was. She's like, I just did something magical. I took my finger.
You know what it is? I guess he needed to introduce her because people don't know who she is. So she was able to get away with more of like the public.
Yeah, I think that's why they did that.
Oh yeah, for sure. It like not only introduced somebody funny into the limelight, but exactly what you said.
Yeah,
they needed to.
She was more the star of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
It was fun, and I'm glad that Prime just put it up. They were like, "Fuck it, let's do this. Let's do this, bro." I would say it sucked that Azamat wasn't in it, and I actually heard a really brief clip of the actor who played him in the first movie talk about it.
Oh, really?
And apparently they never told him there was going to be another Borat. What they said was, you can audition for this project with Sasha, and they just like didn't tell him it was Borat, which like, I don't know. I questioned that, but I don't know why he would lie about that, or maybe just to get his name back out there. I think it's hard to tell these days.
They were trying to keep it under wraps. Like I know that.
Yeah. For sure.
No one really knew about it.
Well, so what was interesting too was that I was wondering when they had filmed this, and then you get halfway through the movie and they start talking about coronavirus, and I was like, oh shit, that was recent. That was, oh my God. So I think it was interesting kind of combining those elements of, oh, you don't know like when this could take place. Oh wait, it's now. And the message was still relatable. Doesn't matter when the hell you're making this, but I love everything he does. He's such an important person, not only in like filmmaking, but just in human decency. And that's why I love his work. Everything he's ever done, I'm like, you know what? Even if it doesn't hit that great, I respect what you're doing.
Yeah,
like you're really outing the terrible people in this world, and that's great. Like people have literally lost jobs over him. So like that Who Is America show, and people like senators, reps, like they lost their fucking positions, and I'm like, good. Like the dude's got his pants around his ankles, screaming Chinese slurs. Like, get him the fuck out. Like that's exactly what we need. So yeah, I mean, who knows what he'll do next? I don't know at this point. I feel like it's got to be something super duper unique, and
I feel like
best ideas are kind of
Borat, Bruno kind of days are probably over.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
He's a good actor too. He's in a lot of good movies.
He is, sure. Yeah. But I would say I really enjoyed Borat too. Like I said with Bill and Ted, let's keep it there. Let's stop it. It was good, but let's move on. Let's do new things. So
I agree. Cinema.
Yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog, best film 2020.
Honestly, dude, it's gonna Sonic's gonna win Best Actor.
Yeah, over Jim Carrey. Like, he doesn't even get a nomination. It's just Sonic.
Yeah, dude, facts.
Facts, my guy. Ugh.
Oh, cinema, baby.
Yeah, movies are just so bad. Like, Onward,
Cinema.
bad. Mank,
Trash.
bad. No, I'm kidding. I like both. Onward. Did you guys see Onward?
Yeah.
I did. I think that was actually the last movie I saw in theaters.
I personally, and this might be a hot take, I liked Onward a lot more than Soul.
Oh my god.
I thought Soul was good, but I don't know why. For whatever, like the message of Soul, it just didn't like connect with me, and that's totally like personal preference.
Oh, interesting.
But I liked Onward a lot more.
Oh,
I still haven't seen Soul, so I can't give an opinion on that.
It's a great movie. I don't deny that. It's just
you're denying it.
Connect with it.
You're denying it, and you're making a scene.
It actually was the worst movie I've ever seen. I would actually.
Okay. I
watched it on Disney Plus, but if I had bought a physical copy, I would destroy it.
Shit.
I will say with Onward though, I appreciate that there were those magical, fantastical elements, but they still kept it very true to life. Like, they didn't try to go, oh my god, like they discovered a mountain and then all of a sudden it's wizards just scaled about and just doing magic. It was like, no, they're fucking just on a road trip, and the kid can sometimes do magical things, but in the end, the message is like, just don't let that fire die inside of you, but life also sucks.
Let it die.
Like, that's why I liked it, because, obviously they were influenced by D&D and that kind of culture, but I really like when they don't go the full 9 with it,
Yeah.
Like, oh, we just fucking came across a cave and there's a dragon. Like, I would have checked out. Like, that's too much for me.
Now that you have Disney Plus, there's a show on there called Inside Pixar, where they like each episode's like about a different person that like works at Pixar, and there's an episode on the writer and director of Onward.
Oh, okay.
He talks about like how he came up with the idea, and it's like basically straight from his real life, like the basic story of like his dad dying and like having this like tape that has his voice on it, and like his brother, and like the whole ending, like his whole realization about his brother, it all came like basically directly from his real life, which was really
so cool.
Yeah, that show's great on Disney Plus. There's an episode about Soul too.
I will say I was sad when you could see his brother talking with his dad in the final moments before the sunset. And you were just like, oh man, like he can't quite see him. And then of course, like the message there is, move on. Like that was your past, dude. That's he's dead. Okay,
get over it, loser.
Yeah, I cried watching Onward. I won't lie.
But it was sad. Like it was. I think it got the job done, and I did enjoy it. I know people have mixed feelings on it, but I thought it was good. I liked it. Cinema. Movie sucked. As you can tell.
Sonic.
You can tell. Sonic's the winner here, dude.
Sonic 2.
Sonic.
You guys are rats.
Better. Sonic is better than Mank. Like, I'm just going to fucking... No, I'm Mank. Did anyone else see Mank?
I did not.
I didn't yet either. I've been meaning to sit down and watch it. I've heard very mixed things about it. So
yes. Okay. So because you guys haven't said it, the only thing I will say about it is I will defend the mixed things by saying you have to be grossly interested in the subject matter to like the movie. You have to like either Orson Welles, Old Hollywood, The Story of Citizen Kane, Gary Oldman, or hopefully all four like I do. Because I feel like if you don't... Like,
that list you just said you could put on like your Tinder profile of your
I did. After I watched Mac, it inspired me. I was like, you know what, Orson Welles.
So basically, you absolutely loved it because all of those things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that unfortunately the reality is, if you're not interested in the story, it will seem like a slow burn dragathon. But I think everyone did a good job. Gary Oldman what else do you say about Gary Oldman? I mean, he did a fantastic job. The guy that got to do Orson Welles, pretty decent job. They got Charles Dance in there as Charles Foster Kane, and so everyone else did a good job. And but again, I'll leave it as you got to be interested in one of those things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not gonna like the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Fincher did a good job. I think he was a good choice to direct. And I didn't know that his father, I think his name is Jack, he actually had been working on this before he died, like in the 90s or something. Like he wanted to do this a long time ago. And then David took the torch. And he was like, I'm gonna fucking do it. And it's one of those things where like I'm really glad in recent years we've been getting a lot of old Hollywood biopics because it's kind of like keeping the fuel of the fire lit. Like we got the Stan and Ollie, which was awesome, by the way. Yeah. I watched that it was either last year or 2 years ago. And then the Judy Garland one with Renee Zellweger, she did an excellent job. So I kind of like this. I've been enjoying what they've been doing with the formats of these movies. So I hope to see that continue because all these people have been long dead. So, like, no one really knows about them unless you know them. Like, either you are of the age to remember them or you're a sick fuck like me or us where we're like, oh, yeah, we just know these people. But it's cool. I would say I did like Mank for what it's worth.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's bad. I didn't like it.
I knew it.
Yeah. But I didn't like it as much as An American Pickle.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up.
I didn't even bother watching that.
All right, can I just say something and y'all can feel free to drive to my house and punch me in the fucking face for saying this?
I hate you.
Seth Rogen actually proved to me that he could do a dramatic role. Like I
don't even understand what it is.
It's so fucking stupid. Let me just say, like, with that comment, I'll preface this by saying, like, I don't think it was a great movie. I don't. But it proved to me that, because obviously every white male comedian hits that point in their career where they're like, okay, I'm just going to do silly voices and dialects for a series of movies, and I'm just well, Sandler never fucking grew out of that, but I'm just going to fucking do this. That's going to be the trope that I live by. But for some reason, I thought Rogen was good in that movie, and it proved to me that even though it wasn't a good movie, he could at least have the chops to take on a dramatic role. So, like, that to me, it was just a good case study on him being able to do that. But I remember just, like, in my mind internalizing how much of a fucking meme fest that movie was going to be.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such a ridiculous concept.
Yeah.
But I think I would like to see Rogen take the same path as Sandler. I would like to see him in dramatic roles.
Yeah,
and this movie made me realize that. I think it would be good, but I don't know.
I don't know.
American, the funniest shit ever when he turns into a pickle. That's all I'll say.
Dude, pickle
that reminded me too, just talking about like comedic actors and the roles that they do now. Did either of you guys watch Palm Springs? I can't remember if we talked about it.
Yeah, I did.
I kicked myself in the head because I still have not seen that, and I really want to.
It's a good, quick watch. Andy Samberg's really good in it. That's what made me think. And it's like a perfect, like, light, not too, like, over the top deep or, like, trying to say anything kind of movie. So it was fun. I would definitely recommend checking it out.
I liked it. It was definitely not anything crazy, but it was something like original, basically, semi-original.
I would say, like, to look for a silver lining of 2020 and quarantine. I would have never watched that movie if not for, like, just the fact that it was new and there was nothing else to watch.
Yeah.
So I definitely think, like, quarantine obviously was terrible, and especially for movies. But it did make me kind of, like, seek out or give a chance to things that were kind of outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Which is,
I definitely did the
like,
same thing.
Watching, which was a good thing, I guess. If I was had to say a good thing about it.
Actually, I think the good thing was all the people that died during quarantine. Honestly, like, we need less people. There's no point.
All right, and that's the show, folks.
That's where we continue.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
we need a new plague. Joey.
Yeah, I mean that was it for 2020 for me. I don't know what else we talk about from that period of time.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, look at
New
fucking
Jersey.
metal, dude. Yeah, so I guess we can just kind of briefly discuss the future of movies, what we do want to see. I mean, there's not really much I'm anticipating. There's a couple things like the Green Knight, the A24 movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just been in space, and I really want to watch that.
Like, everything. Sorry, what were you saying? No, what were you saying?
I was just going to say, I was saying before we started before that, like, there's so many movies that I should have seen by now, and it's so frustrating thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, I was saying it about the new Halloween, too. Like, I should have seen that movie already, and it annoys me that I can't.
Yeah. Do we know when they push that to? Halloween Kills? Oh, okay.
October,
so,
yeah.
I mean, that makes
sense. It basically was,
Sure.
They said, like, an exact 1 year push, so it'll be whatever.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that would be awesome.
Green Knight was another one. I was, like, so anticipating that, and it makes me so angry that I still can't see it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like everything it's like all the basic stuff everyone was hyped for, like Batman, Dune, James Bond. It's like all the shit that was going to come out. It's like, but fuck us, right?
Yeah.
Fuck me,
I will
right?
say, I feel like that too is another like silver lining. I will appreciate going to the movies so much more than I ever have.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I'm going to appreciate just walking into a store without a fucking mask.
I
know. Like just go get the mask. Fuck it. But yeah, there's just so much out there that we're going to get at some point. And then there's going to be like this weird influx where they're going to like try to pack on all these movies to compensate.
Well, I'm wondering what's going to happen like in the next couple of years, just because things that were supposed to like start production did not. And like I'm wondering on like the studio end, like are they still even like greenlighting movies right now, or is that kind of halted? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's anyone's guess. I think right now it's probably the name of the game is probably the people with the deepest pockets are going through, because it's so much of a risk, and people are trying to transition from theater to on demand, and a lot of people are scared, and I understand that, but obviously we've proved if the fucking Trolls movie is banking that much money, like we know that the formula's there, and this was the natural transition and progression of the industry, but people are still kind of, give me the new Minions movie. Don't push the new, give me just put it on fucking on demand. But anyway, no, there's a couple things I want, like the Many Saints of Newark. Yeah, I want that. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for that. Yeah. Dune, obviously. The French Dispatch. I fucking cannot wait to see that.
Oh yeah, I like completely forgot.
Yeah, I know, because the trailer was here and then that was it. Like that's just no news. But yeah, there's a couple things, but overall, nothing's giving me hype.
I guess
it's just we'll see. I mean, they obviously are going to have big things in the works because they know that they're going to have to recover from all the shit that happened. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's on the slate for the next couple of years.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out and spend my money at movie theaters.
Yeah.
Cinema.
Ready to get out, breathe in that air, not get COVID, baby.
Spit on the floor.
Spit on the floor.
Classic.
Ready to just go spit all over a movie theater.
Yeah, and not be looked at weird. Like,
get over
fuck
it.
You, Grandma. Like, I'm spitting on the floor. It's sticky, okay? It needs lubrication. Jesus Christ. Fucking
Jesus.
All right, let's play a fun game. Let's A24. Let's all come up with a new A24 movie. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, Joe, you got this.
Okay, Ray Romano.
Oh hell yeah!
Starring Ray Romano.
I'm sold.
And Ray Romano. And let's see.
Ray Romano.
Yeah, Ray Romano. He's the main actor. And he basically, it's basically The Lighthouse, but with Ray Romano. And The other actor is
just Willem Dafoe again.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Funny or Die sketch.
Yeah, literally just remake The Lighthouse, call it The Lighthouse. And
just have Ray Romano.
Literally just call it The Lighthouse with Ray Romano. And then have Todd Phillips direct it.
Oh man.
That'd be cool, right? Like, and but then halfway through the movie, it turns into a remake of The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that's the most A24 thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I don't know. I love cinema.
Cinema's good.
Fucking dumb.
Well, Joe just beat it all out, so we can't,
dude, fight me.
On that.
Like, come on.
Actually, my idea was a A24's Paw Patrol.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's all done with marionette puppets on one stage. There's no change of scenery. And they're all voiced by like A24 regulars, like Timothy Chalamet's in there. Saoirse Ronan's going to voice one of them.
All right.
Lawrence Pugh's going to voice one of them.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know who should direct it, but
James Franco.
Okay, yeah, James Franco will direct it. So there'll be some controversy going into it.
Yeah, of course.
And then they'll have classic wooden marionettes.
I love it.
Yeah. And it has to be shot on 35 millimeter.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's A24's Paw Patrol.
Damn.
Honestly, that kind of rips.
I would see that.
All right, what's yours, Sam?
All right, we're doing a gritty reboot of the Flintstones.
Holy shit!
We're doing a fucking thriller. We're doing like a coming of age thriller.
Dude, make it in Spanish, and it's directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh my God, Guillermo del Toro directing a gritty Flintstones,
and he plays Fred in it.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And it's all. The whole thing's in Spanish, and there's no subtitles.
That's a fucking power move by Del Toro. I would like to see that. Yeah,
I like that. I think we got some hits here.
Yeah, I think we should pitch these to A24.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! And just make the cast like, I don't know, make the cast the entire cast of Little Women.
Yeah, fuck it. There we go. John Goodman has to come back just in the background as a character.
Yeah. Like literally, he doesn't even show him. He's just like walking by real quick.
Yeah, it's like a Hitchcock cameo.
Yeah.
It's like helping someone move out of a car or something. Yeah.
Well, I love cinema.
Yeah, so 2021, hopefully good things. This is what we're hoping for.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, it'd be good to just not recover.
Yeah, like honestly at this point, fuck it.
we could hit more rock bottom. Come on, guys.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Cinema.
Yeah, so fuck movies.
Yeah.
Movies suck. Oh, but before we go, Blake, I think you should introduce the new member of the podcast.
Oh wait, I gotta go get him. Hold on.
Dude, let's talk about how sexy Blake is while he's gone.
Yeah, listen, that's he's got going on. He's got a candle lit, dude.
You see that flannel?
Dude, that flannel. That's a Kubrick flannel. That shit hits hard. you could see, man, the color scheme. I mean, come on.
Come on, bro.
Also, I'm pretty sure he's just he was kind of drooling a little bit. It was kind of cute.
Dude, honestly, kind of kink.
Yeah, Joe's moving at a high rate. He's Can you point the camera a little? What are you doing over there? Oh shit! It's the Meister.
Little chicken.
God. Meet the member of our podcast. Meet the newest member.
Dude, is that a chicken?
So, Dewey, in your opinion, the films of Paul Thomas Anderson. How do you feel? Oh my God, he's such a munchkin.
Little piggy boy.
Dewey said that his favorite movie is Joker because he related to it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Little bean boy.
Little woofy.
You baby.
Look forward to the Silver Screen Fiends merch starring Dewey.
Dude. Oh, what a little bean. Little bean boy.
The official
so
bean.
Sleepy.
The official bean boy.
Oh my god, he's so sleepy.
Oh. Wow.
Fuck.
Do you like movies?
Oh my god, he's like falling asleep.
Dude, eat him live on cam.
Just take your mallet and just put it around his entire snoot.
I'm pretty sure he'll bite the back of my throat if I do that.
Probably.
Dude, consume your dog.
Let's talk about Air Bud now that Dewey's here.
Oh,
You know that there's like 18 Air Bud movies?
dude, so hot.
A lot.
Airbud Universe. Airbud Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. Directed by Quentin Tarantino. Can that be his last movie? A new Air Bud movie?
Yep.
That'd be so epic.
Remember when he was like, I'm going to do a dark Star Trek, and I laughed hysterically?
Honestly, at this point, I'll take it.
He had a script written.
I'm curious what the last movie is going to be.
It's probably going to be like people are saying it's either going to be Kill Bill Volume 3 or it's going to be some type of like sci-fi film.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see one or the other.
Yeah, he never did sci-fi, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, he's exhausted other genres at this point, so I could see that.
I'm surprised he never did horror either.
Yeah.
Like a true horror movie, because there's so many horror documentaries I've watched that he appears in to like talk about horror movies.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, I think it. I would say either like horror or sci-fi or like another Kill Bill or something. I could see those. Cinema. He's gonna direct the new West Side Story.
Okay.
I forgot that was supposed to come out too.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was another thing.
That was another thing, baby.
Another fucking thing. Was my Mission Impossible?
Rock.
Oh,
Do you guys want to? You boys want to wrap it up?
I think with Dewey falling asleep, we need to wrap this up. Dewey's literally falling asleep, and that's the most fucking adorable thing ever. So we are glad to be back in the new year.
Yeah,
Things coming. We'll have more content. But for now, this has been the Silver Screen Fiends podcast. I have been your host, Sam.
I'm Joby.
And I'm Blake and Dewey.
And Dewey. We can't forget about Joe, too, on the mic.
Relax.
And we'll come at you soon.
Okay,
bye. Get out of my house. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.